I eat for refusing to share my lottery winnings with my family, even though I used the family numbers. I, 22M, recently won a decent amount of money in the lottery. Not a massive jackpot, but enough to be life-changing for me. Pay off debts, buy a small apartment, and invest a bit. Now for the context. In my family, there's been an informal tradition for years. On my grandma's birthday, someone usually plays lottery numbers based on important family dates, birthdays, anniversaries, etc. Sometimes we play together, sometimes everyone plays on their own. There has never been an explicit agreement that if someone wins, the money gets shared. It was always treated as a fun tradition. This time, I played alone, with my own money. But I used those dates to be specific. Grandma's birthday day, month and year, my dad's birthday day, and the day and month I graduated. I won. When I told my family at first, it was all celebration. Then the comments started. These are family numbers. Without the tradition, you wouldn't have won. It would only be fair to share, even just a little. Some relatives are genuinely struggling financially, unemployment, debt. Others aren't. I told them I'm not going to split the prize because I paid for the ticket myself. There was never any agreement to share winnings. If I had lost, like I did many times before, no one would have reimbursed me. Money changes dynamics. And I don't want to become the family ATM. Not that I won enough to be called an ATM, but you get it. That said, I did offer to help in specific situations like helping with a small debt once or twice, but not to divide the prize. This was seen as arrogant and selfish. One ad even said I got rich off the family. Now part of my family isn't speaking to me, and they're treating me like I betrayed everyone. My parents are split. They say I'm technically right, but that sharing would avoid conflict. IITA for not sharing the winnings, even though I used numbers tied to my family. EDIT. Why did I tell them in the first place? I didn't see winning as creating any obligation to split the money, so it honestly didn't occur to me that telling them would be an issue. I told them out of transparency, not to tease or mislead anyone. At the time, I genuinely expected them to be happy that the tradition worked for once, not to see it as something I owed them. I would have told them regardless, even if the numbers had been completely random. Now, after this whole thing and reading some of the comments, I'm not so sure I would.